everyone. In today's lecture we will see the industrial wastewater treatment. In before lectures we have seen aerobic wastewater treatment and the anaerobic wastewater treatment. So let's start with the industrial wastewater treatment. And this point is from chapter water analysis. So industrial wastewater treatment, there are 4 subtypes to it. First treatment is the preliminary treatment, second one is the primary treatment, third one is the secondary treatment, and last one is the tertiary treatment. So preliminary treatment includes screening of water and the skimming. In the primary treatment, there is a sedimentation and flocculation. These 2 points are involved. Then in the third process, secondary treatment, there are 2 subtypes, aerobic wastewater treatment and the anaerobic treatment. So in that, aerobic process involves the trickling filter process and the activated sludge process. So in previous lectures we have discussed this secondary treatment in detail, aerobic wastewater treatment and the anaerobic wastewater treatment. And in aerobic wastewater treatment we have seen in detail the trickling filter process and the activated sludge process. Here aerobic wastewater treatment is the treatment in which the oxidation of the colloidal and the organic compounds can be done in the presence of oxygen with the help of microorganisms. And anaerobic wastewater treatment means simply the organic matter can be decomposed in the absence of the oxygen. So we have discussed this in detail in the previous lectures. And the last method is the tertiary treatment. In the tertiary treatment there are 5 points are involved, like adsorption, chlorination of water, then wet oxidation, reverse osmosis and filtration or ultrafiltration method. So these are the 4 types of the methods which are useful for treatment of industrial wastewater. As we know, the wastewater which came from the textile industry, pharmaceutical industry, chemical industries like electroplating industry, and so many industries can deliver this wastewater, and this wastewater is known as an industrial wastewater treatment. And it is very important to treat that water because this industrial water may contain the various hazardous metals, compounds or the organic matter or the inorganic matter. So it's very need to study and to analyze and to treat this industrial waste water. So again I am telling there are 4 steps or treatment processes which includes in the industrial wastewater treatment, like a preliminary treatment, primary treatment, secondary treatment and the tertiary treatment. So we will start with first. So these are the 4 methods: preliminary treatment, primary treatment, secondary treatment and the tertiary treatment. So first method is the preliminary wastewater treatment. In this 2 steps are involved, as I have written here, screening and the skimming. So first is the screening. In the screening, wastewater can be allowed to pass through the screens and suspended particles can be allowed to get separated or to get removed from the screens. And these screens are made up of rows of iron bars, and the space between these 2 bars is 1 to 2 millimeter. Means simply, as we know the sieves, in home we use a sieves to cooking purpose. So simply that sieves can remove the larger size particles and smaller size particles can be drained through it. Simply as this way screening is there for the wastewater analysis. So if we pass this wastewater through the screens, that screens are made up of iron bars, and these iron bars in to iron bars, there is a space is around 1 to 2 millimeter. Simply, suspended particles can be removed by using the screens, and this method is known as a screening. Then the second type is skimming. In the skimming, the lighter impurities such as oil, grease that came on the layer of a water or the surface of a water, and that can be removed by the mechanical way. This is the skimming process. Means simply grease or the oily part that can be removed mechanically. This is called as a skimming. And the function of skimming process is to remove the floating matter from the surface of a wastewater. So simply, oil-like particles, grease particles that can be removed mechanically from the surface of water. This is a skimming. Then our second method is the primary wastewater treatment. Again, we know the primary wastewater treatment involves the sedimentation and the flocculations, these two steps. So first step is the sedimentation. So most of the suspended material that are present in the wastewater, and these particles or this suspended material is too fine, then it is screened out. Means simply we can remove the larger particles initially, and the floating material that can be removed by the skimming process. So again, in the sedimentation process, we can remove the suspended material by using the screening process, and the floating material by using the skimming process. Then this material removed by allowing them to settle down under the influence of gravity, and the remaining matter that can be settled at the bottom, and this process is called as the sedimentation. Then the second method is the flocculations. In this process, the removal of fine suspended solids and the colloidal particles can be done with the help of the coagulants. And in this flocculation process, some flocculating agents are used like potash, alum, ferrous sulfate, etc. This potash, alum or the ferrous sulfate that can act as a flocculating agents. So simply, in the flocculation process, the removal of fine suspended solid and the colloidal particles can be done with the help of a coagulants. And these flocculating agents are potash, alum, ferrous sulfate, etc. that can be used. Means simply, suspended solid particles or the colloidal particles that can be removed with the help of a coagulants and the flocculating agents. And in the flocculation process, potash, alum, ferrous sulfate, these three are used as a flocculating agents. So this is the primary wastewater treatment, in which sedimentation and the flocculations, these two methods are used to treat the wastewater. Then the third process is the secondary wastewater treatment. Here the aerobic treatment process is involved, and second one is anaerobic treatment. So aerobic treatment involves the oxidation of the colloidal and the organic compounds in the presence of the microorganisms such as the Pseudomonas and the Nitrosomonas. And the aerobic treatment process has two methods useful for the water purification. And these methods are trickling filter process and the activated sludge process. And the dissolved oxygen is very essential for these two methods. And the trickling filter method, this also called as a sprinkling filter or the percolating filters, and this consists of circular or the rectangular beds, usually of 3 to 5 cm at the top and 10 to 15 cm at the base. And the beds are filled with stones, coal, slag and the granules, etc. And such a medium is useful for growth of microorganisms and bacteria, which play an important role in the water purification. Means simply, trickling filter process is useful for the water purification, and in this the rectangular beds are used or the circular beds are used. At the top 3 to 5 cm beds are, and 10 to 15 centimeter at the base. And these beds are filled with stone, coal, slag, granules, etc. And the bed or the media is very useful for the growth of microorganisms, and these microorganisms or bacteria can be useful for the water purification. And this trickling filter method is a very advantageous because the biological oxygen demand, that is BOD removal, is up to 85%, and this is useful for the treatment of industrial waste from dairy industry, food processing plants, pharmaceutical industries, paper mills, etc. And this trickling filter process is very time consuming process. And next method is the activated sludge process. The activated sludge process is the most versatile method which is useful for the treatment of industrial wastewater, and this process involves aeration, solid liquid separation, and the sludge recycle system. And in the activated sludge process, microorganisms utilize the oxygen and convert organic matter into the low energy compounds such as carbon dioxide, NO3, ammonia, and SO4. Then the anaerobic treatment process. In the anaerobic treatment process, the decomposition of the organic matter can be done in the absence of the oxygen. So we have discussed all these 2 points in detail in the previous videos. You can refer this for the learning aerobic treatment process and the anaerobic treatment process. And the last method is the tertiary wastewater treatment, and this is a final treatment which is useful for the removal of the fine suspended solid traces of the organic compounds or the pollutants and the bacteria. And this method is also useful for polishing the secondary effluents. So simply this tertiary wastewater treatment is a last method, and it is useful for the removal of suspended solid traces of organic pollutants and the bacteria.